Wednesday. Let's talk about a Wednesday weather word, shall we? One that'll make your kids giggle if you explain it to them later. HABOOB. It is actually an Arabic word for just an intense dust storm, typically carried on a weather front. Now, we see these here in the U.S. very often across the desert south. The southwest during the monsoon season. Sometimes in eastern Washington, if we see them pop up. Some of that sand and dust can even be carried all the way up into northern Idaho. That has happened before in places like Moscow if these develop there in the Columbia River Basin. But most often, of course, we see it in the desert southwest, places like Phoenix, Arizona. In fact, they had a major HABOOB, an incredible dust storm that was created just about a week or week and a half ago that moved about 200 miles total. It was over a mile high, this wall of dust, and they can be up to 62 miles wide, a mile or more high, and they can travel up to 60 miles per hour. You almost can't outrun these things. Imagine this coming at you, and you can kind of see it coming if you're far off in the distance, but if you're not, they advise you seek shelter immediately. The HABOOB that rolled over Phoenix earlier this month around July 9th or July 10th knocked out power as part of this kind of an intense storm. So HABOOB, an intense dust storm that comes along with a weather front quite typically. And we'll talk about our weather